Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो मारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% करे नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you live at zero complete level, मौज में रहो, be happy.
Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Last benchers are able to hear. Yesterday there was some complaint. We could not hear. Everybody can hear? Good. This mantra, happy mantra mala, it is not just like jokes. It is not just like something different. There was a great saint in Maharashtra, Samartha Ramdas Swami, who was a guru of Shivaji Maharaj. He has composed so many great things. In addition to that, he has composed 205 verses addressed to the mind. Mana sajjana bhakti panthe jidave, tari shri hari pavijeto svabhave, jani nindyate sarva sodo nidave, jani vandyate sarva bhave karave. This is not telling others, telling yourself. Here also, life is a time pass, don't tell others. This is for you. Na kuch pana, na kuch khona. Not others. Let others do whatever they are doing. See, when we are able to address our own mind, then a seeker is born. See, we address to others what others should do. No. Adhyatma, pertaining to the self. And therefore, when this mantra you will keep on chanting, one day suddenly something will click. This I heard from some people. They say, Swamiji, initially when I was listening to this mantra, I was thinking it is just a fun kind of thing. Because you are a happy Swami, so this is also like that. But then, one day when I was chanting it regularly, it clicked me so well that really I am getting unnecessarily involved in other people's business. Because what is the mantra? Who asked you? See? And he said, when I was talking to my son about his studies and all that, now he is very well, he is doing very well. But I just, as a father, I went and talked to him. So he became so annoyed. Dad, who asked you? Then I was reminded, oh, that is the Mahamantra. That day we come to know that we talk when it is not required. Therefore, when this mantra is just again and again being repeated in our mind, it will have its impact. And then we will be able to understand what I am reading in verse number 5, 105. Yesterday we have done it. Antakaraname chakshurādishu varshmani ahamityabhimanena tishtati abhasa tejasa. How the ego, how the I, how the small I is born, it is told here. When I am a man, happy. But when I am in front of my wife, husband is more. See? When I am in front of my child, a father is more. Now, where from? Has it come out anywhere? See, friends, therefore, it is only abhimanena. I am his son, I am her wife, husband, I am this thing. This is how a relative I is the ego. Absolute I is Paramatma. Relative I is in relation to something. See, when I say, hey, I am a son. Acha, you are a son. Whose son? Relation. See, friends. Therefore, this ahamiti abhimanena. So this ability or this habit of getting identified with something or the other creates an illusory personality, and that illusory personality is called as ego. Because we are identified with the body and other person is also a body. So in front of that person, we relate ourselves as somebody. All by ourselves, we are nobody. And this is called as ahankarasa vidneyaha karta bhokta abhimanina. And then he becomes the doer and the enjoyer. I have done so much for you. What you have done for me? See? Karta, bhokta. I am suffering, but nobody takes care of me. So, karta, bhokta, abhimanina. Now, whenever you are disturbed, this is a thumb rule. We all know what we are. Find out who we are. What we are, we know. I am man, woman, young, old, rich, poor, husband, wife, brother, father, mother, in-laws, outlaws. I know all that. That we don't have to know. And they are the culprit. So who is disturbed? Then we come to know that somebody is disturbed. Then find out the validity of that somebody. Am I by birth a husband? No. Then how I became a husband? By accident. The more you become aware of this, then our attention will not be on the world, our attention will be on ourselves. Therefore, ahankara savidneyaha karta bhokta abhimanina and satvadi guna yogena avastatrayam ashnute. And because of these three gunas, sattva, rajas, tamas, we go through the three experiences. Waking experience is sattva pradhan, where logic, knowledge is predominant. The dream experience is mind pradhan, where all chaos is the criteria of the dreams. And the deep sleep is the ahankara pradhan, where the body is not disintegrated, held together without becoming anybody. And chitta is in the meditation, samadhi. So these four stages, Jagra, Sapna, Sushupti, Samadhi, they do not belong to us. They belong to Jagrat Avastha, intellect, Sapna Avastha, mind, then the Sushupti Avastha, Ahankar, and Samadhi is the Chitta. They belong to these four. See? And all four are supported by me. See? Like, who is frustrated? The son is frustrated. Why? Because of the father. Who is frustrated? The husband is frustrated because of the wife. Who is frustrated? The father is frustrated because of the son. Man is not frustrated. See, friends, this is what we have to learn, we have to understand. and we have to practice. Spiritual life is work on yourself, not on others. Sattvaadi guna yogena avastatrayam ashnute. Now, after this was done, then Vishayanam anukulle sukhi dukhi viparyaye sukham dukkham chata dharma sachida sadanandasya natmanaha. Now, when this I, the ego, the temporary person is born, when he becomes identified with the joy and the sorrows, how the joy and sorrows come? Vishayanam anukulle. Whatever I want, if I get it, I am happy. Whatever I don't want, if I get it, I am miserable. So we get identified with the joy and sorrows. And therefore, the joyful, sorrowful personality is this ego, not Paramatma. Na sadanandasya atmanaha. See, friends, the more we become aware of this, you will see that the one who is miserable doesn't exist. Don't try to please anybody. You cannot please an illusion. See, friends, up to here we have seen yesterday. Now the teacher comes. Then what is our nature? Sukhi Dukhi is the jiva. See, this is the symptom. Whether we are strongly identified with the body and become somebody or not. What is the symptom? We become miserable, disturbed on every small little issue. We have our image about ourselves. Be very attentive. Other people also have image about us. When these two images, there is a parallax. If the parallax is not removed, then the suffering begins in life. See, friends, we think ourselves to be good. No, others should think, not we. See, I am so good, but people don't understand me. You have to understand the world. People will not understand you. Who is wise? Our complaint is like what, I have got a driving license, but the traffic is so unruly. Traffic will be whichever way it is. You have the driving license, you should be capable. In the same manner, if we are walking the spiritual path, we have to remain this thing. Spiritual practice is knowing oneself. All other things, whatever you are doing, they are okay, but they are not all. See? We go for shopping, buy vegetables, grocery, come home, clean them, cut them properly, and wash them, and then put it in the cooking utensils, put it on the gas. Till then, it is not food. Then you have to lit the fire, then it is cooked, and then only it becomes food. Unless you are a victim of naturopathy. Naturopathy people don't like cooked food. They go back to their animal state, all eating kacha, kacha. I don't know how they like it. God's creation. So, the fire is the ultimate cause for cooking the food. Other things are required, no doubt. But that is not food. In the same manner, doing your duty, then doing your yoga, then going to the temple, Ganti Bajao, Jai Jagadisha Hare is all required. But it is like going for shopping, buying the things, coming home, washing, cleaning. This is also required. But ultimate is you have to cook and eat. What we are studying is the last stage. See? None of you are in KG1, KG2, I hope. So we have done all that what is to be done in life. Now at this stage, the last stage, lit the fire. See, friends. Otherwise, the whole life, Ganti Bajao. How long will you continue with that? Therefore, here the teacher now brings to our knowledge what is our essential nature. Atmarthatvena hi preyan vishayo na swata priyaha swata eva hi sarvesham atma priyatamo yata. See, this is from Brihadaranyaka Upanishad it comes. Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. See, there the topic is like this. The wife is dear to the husband, not for the sake of the wife, but for his own sake. The husband is dear to the wife, not for the sake of the wife, but for his own sake. The food is dear to us, not for the sake of the food, but our own sake. See, this the other day probably I told you, you just observe when somebody dies and you are there. Don't get involved too much. Observe. You will see the person who died, he is happily sleeping. The one related is crying, not for the person who died. What will happen to me? Now, who will help me? I don't do anything. I never even wash my socks. Everything she was doing. Now she has gone. What will happen to me? See, I have seen one rare Tamilian family, old one, very good friend of mine. Rare persons. Both of them highly educated and both of them retired and leading a very cheerful and vigorous life. When it was their, I think, 68th or 65th wedding anniversary, in their house, only two of them, they did everything so nice, decoration, nice puja and all that. And then on phone, they showed me, Swamiji, we are having our anniversary. This is the program going on. We have called the Panditji and we are celebrating in a big way. And you have to come for lunch. I said, for that I can come anywhere. So, such a full of life. See? I said, what about your son? Swamiji, we don't get involved in his life. He is married, he has gone, now he is in other country. We don't want to go there. We are happy over here. We live our life. And what she is doing? She is studying Sanskrit. At the age of 70, she has completed graduation in Sanskrit. Can you imagine? Full of life. See? Now, what is their prayer to the God? You will not believe. Their prayer is, oh God, wife says, let him die first before me. Husband says, let her die before me. We'll see. And the reason is, husband says, if I die before her, she will suffer alone. I don't want her to suffer. Wife says, if I die before him, I know he cannot prepare a cup of tea. He will suffer. And therefore, let him die. I will take care of myself. He cannot take care of it. This is love. We are all the time imagining that we are doing something good to others. Recognize this. Atmarthatvena preyani vishayona swata priyaha. All of us like ourselves, not because, in spite. I like my wife because she is very nice, she is very caring, she cooks food for me. Because. And I like myself. Why? No reason. On the contrary, in spite. Atmarthatvena preyan vishavana swatapriya. Therefore, swataha eva hi sarvesham atma priyatamo yataha. Because the self is dearer than the dearest to us. Now be attentive. What do we like? That which is a source of misery or that which is a source of happiness? What we like? Naturally, we like that which is a source of happiness. What we like the most in life is ourselves. 85 not out, standing in front of the mirror, and the neck is singing the glory, and the hands are hanging, and yet in the mirror when we look, do we hate ourselves? I'm still young, I don't feel I'm old. All oldies, they have got this pathetic joke. One old fan asked me, Swamiji, can you guess what is my age? So I like fun. So I said, maybe 3.5 years. Because such a question is asked only by children. What is my age? No, Swamiji, please tell something. I said, okay, you are 81 years young. When I said 81 is young, he nearly jumped out of his skin. You are the only one who correctly understood me. I am 81 and I am young. Are Dumbo, 81 belong to the body. You have no age. See, friends. Therefore, we love ourselves the most. Now, because we think ourselves to be body, therefore we love ourselves as a body. See how important it is. If I love myself as a singer, then I will be loving myself as a singer because I love that. Therefore, friends, we all love ourselves the most because we are the ultimate source of happiness. One simple principle I told you, one lady asked me this question. Swamiji, um, when will I have a vision of God? I said, you will never have. Don't curse me like that. I said, no, it is not possible. Why? I said, I'll give you another technique, simpler than that. In that you don't have to do anything. The whole process is of undoing and unbecoming. What is that? I said, empty yourself so much that he will fill you. And then let him express through you. See, friends, spiritual practice is Uddhared Atmanatmanam Natmanam Avasadayat. We should become such a fit instrument that he has to seek us. Don't seek God. Let him seek us. Are we not seeking the right persons in the world? Like when I come to your Cary, I am seeking Shirish. He is the right person for me in Cary. In the same manner, he is also seeking some right instrument through which he can express. Don't seek God. Let him seek you. And he will seek. There is no quota on the spiritual path. No, but Swamiji, I am married. It is not a qualification. Many married people have got this funny argument. Swamiji, it is okay for you. You are a sannyasi, but we are married people. Is it a qualification or what? Therefore, real spiritual practice begins with this. Don't struggle, God, 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 God. He is very much within us. Let him express. But we are lost only in a strong personality. I have done this thing, I have done that thing. Throw it away. Therefore, swataha eva hi sarvesham atma priyatamo yataha. Continuing further, he says, Tata Atma Sadanandaha na asya dukkha kadachana. Therefore, the self is absolute bliss. Na dukkha kadachana. Never, never any misery. Be attentive. Therefore, what is the highest spiritual practice? Mauj mein raho, be happy. When we tell them, some person asked me this question, elderly person, very serious. Swamiji, what is this your mantra? Mauj mein raho. I said, dukhi raho. We are so complicated in our life. We don't like simple, straight things. See? Making the things too many complicated. And then we feel, we have done it. Just be happy, that's it. Don't have to do anything. Bhagwan Shankaracharya says, Kurute Ganga Sagar Gamanam Vrata Paripalanam Athavadanam Jnana Vihina Sarva Matena Bhajatina Muktim Janma Shatena Bhajagovindam Bhajagovindam. See, friends, wherever we are, whenever we are, whatever we are, be happy. You have learnt everything is spirituality. Our condition is wherever we are, whenever we are, whatever we are miserable. Who can help you? God said, I have failed. Friends, it is in our hands. Don't be dependent on anything or anybody in this world for happiness. Therefore, tata atma sadanandaha na asya dukkham kadachana yat sushupto nirvishayaha atmanando anubhuyate. Now, in the deep sleep, our experience is common. One more deep thing I'll tell you, be attentive. Our bodies are different, our waking life is different. Your waking life is cooking, my waking life is eating. Lives are different. Our dreams are different. Your dreams are about your children, grandchildren, and all rubbish. My dream is one day a child asked me, Swamiji, do you dream? I said, yes. What do you dream? I told today, last night, what I dreamed. In some place I was going by car, because of traffic jam, we had to stop. And nearby on the roadside, there was some monkey charmer. He was playing with the monkeys. One became Gangaram, other became Bhanumati. And he was playing his damru, and so many people gathered. India, we don't have time shortage. So gathered, and then he said, Gangaram, Gangaram, Bhanumati se shadi karoge? Gangaram very happy. Put the stick on his head and started dancing, dancing. Again he collected the money. Then he was tied down. Then Bhanumati came. Nice bow, skirt and all that, lipstick and everything. And then again she moved around and collected money. Then this man asked, Bhanumati, Bhanumati, Gangaram se shadi karoge? Tho, 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 tho. And that became so deep in my impression. And then I went for my lecture and came back and slept. That night I had a dream. Gangaram was giving lecture and Bhanumatis were sitting in the lecture. How fun it is, isn't it? But in the deep sleep, there is nobody, number one. We are nowhere, number two. We are never, number three. We are free from the limitations of time, space, and object, and therefore we are happy. One more point. In deep sleep, there is no sense of otherness. Therefore, there is no desire. In deep sleep, there is no sense of limitation. We are not limited by time, space, object, body, or mind. Object, body, time, space, mind. We are not limited. So when we are not limited by time, space, object, and when there is no sense of otherness, there cannot be desire. And when there is no desire, it's happiness. This is what is meant. Yas sushuptau nirvishayaha atmanandaha anubhuyate. So in the deep sleep, the happiness that we experience, it doesn't come from possessions or things. It is our inherent bliss that is expressing. Shruti pratyaksha maitihya anumanam cha jagrati. And this is how we have seen in our scriptures, also our experience and logic. After this is done, now, where from this whole world has come? Why these things are there? Now, a thought is brought in the Vedanta. It is Maya Nirupana. अव्यक्तनाम्नि परमेशशक्ति अनाद्य विद्या त्रिगुणात्मिका परा कार्यानुमेया सुधियैव गम्या सुधियैव माया यया जगत्सर्वमिदं प्रसूयते. Now this Maya should be clearly understood. This is one of the most confused topic in Vedanta. See? And it is explained in very different many ways. One or two I'll tell you. Maya, ma means measurement. Tapaman, what is the temperature? Man. चार महानगरों का तापमान, मान, measurement. Similarly, apaman, they have insulted me. मेरा अपमान किया. क्या अपमान किया? They did not give me the front seat to sit. I had to sit in the end. So, I have considered myself something and therefore I felt I am insulted. So whenever we have measured ourselves with something, we are under the influence of Maya. One example. Second example. Miyate anaya ya Maya. Be attentive. Our vision can catch only the Vibgyor light waves from the violet up to the red. Beyond that, our vision cannot catch. And if we insist and if we are obsessed that only whatever I can see by my eyes, that alone I will see, I will accept as real. If it is not seen by my eyes, I don't accept it as real. Then we are under the influence of Maya. See? Because we are so much obsessed with this limited knowledge. Similarly, if I don't understand, then it is not right. If I don't experience, then it doesn't exist. This kind of understanding is called as Maya. Now the third one. Maya is, it is said here, Avyakta Namni Paramesha Shakti. Now for this we'll take an example. Fire has got the potentiality called the burning power. See? Agni is the tanmatra for the roop or the form. So this wood chair where I am sitting, in this wood there is fire. So it should burn. No, it is not burning. It is cool, cold. Why? Because that burning power of the fire is unmanifest. Therefore, avyakta namni, unmanifest. So the unmanifest power of Bhagavan is called as Maya. Now when this unmanifest burning power of the fire, when it becomes manifest, what will happen? It will burn all the forms which were supported by the same fire element. Exactly the same way. Paramatma and his Maya. Because of this Maya, things change. Now be attentive. See, water has got a power, a potentiality to express as ocean and the waves. The stones don't have that power. Only water has. And therefore, in water, other than water, what is there? Nothing. Only water. So where this power will act upon? See? So this power will act upon only on the water. So when the water with his potentiality is manifesting, that water is called as ocean. And when the same potentiality of the power is working on the water itself, it is called as a wave. Now because of this, what happens? Because of this, water does not sink in the ocean, nor the water is born when the wave is born, nor the water dies when the wave dies. So from the water's point of view, this potentiality has no impact on water. But other than the water, everything will be influenced by the potentiality. If this is clear, exactly the same way. Paramatma, his infinite potentiality, when unmanifest, the world disappears. You must have seen two pictures of Lord Shiva. When he is sitting for meditation, he is alone. There is nobody around him. And when Kali Mata taking the tongue out and a skull garland of 50 skulls, 50, and all the Shastra Astra in her hand. And where is Shiva? On the floor, on whom she is standing. That time, Shiva's potentiality, Maya power is manifest. When the Maya manifests, Shiva becomes subordinate. When Shiva becomes prominent, Maya becomes subordinate. And when something is created, in fact, nothing is created. When something is destroyed, in fact, nothing is destroyed. When the oceans are there, is it that oceans are created out of water? When the waves are created on the ocean, is something added to the ocean? When all the waves die away, is there any loss to the ocean? No. Exactly the same way. In the infinite, plus minus anything continues to be infinite. Nothing is created, nothing is destroyed. The truth is like this. But all these things appears because of the Maya. Therefore, avyakta namni paramesha shakti. And what is this paramesha shakti? Avyakta namni, it is unmanifest, or also called as Maya, paramesha shakti. Anadi avidya trigunatmika para. And it is since how long? Anadi, without any beginning. Since how long waves are appearing on the ocean? Anadi. Be attentive. Waves are not created on the ocean. All waves are unmanifest in the ocean. When this Maya Shakti, the potentiality becomes manifest, the waves become manifest. And again they become unmanifest. Therefore, Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, Avyaktadini bhutani vyaktamadhyani bharata avyakta nidananneva tatra ka paridevana. Everything is unmanifest in the beginning, it becomes manifest, again it becomes unmanifest. Is it not our daily story? When we go to sleep, where are we, when are we, what are we? Everything is unmanifest. Again we wake up, again it comes out of that, again it goes back. This is going incessantly. And then this Maya, when it overpowers, as if, then somebody is born. For example, if somebody has a power of singing music, if that music power is recognized by that person, I can sing, then they will try to express that power one way or the other. See, the other day I was somewhere, one lady, she was doing something and humming something. And I am Aurangzeb. I have no interest in music, anybody singing, because they do experiment. I like classical and quality, not tabla peti dhundra dhundra. It's okay. It's okay for children's camp. It's okay. I'm not interested in that. So she was, and I was enjoying that. She expected I will say, Amma, you sing also, but I didn't. Then she told other person, in the evening satsang, shall I sing for Swamiji? You ask him. We are afraid. We don't know what reply he will give. No, I am also afraid. Why afraid? I don't know, but I can't. Then ultimately, my friend Swamiji, she wants to sing. I said, after satsang is over, when I'm packing, that time she can sing. Then I can go away. Be attentive. That power to sing is Maya Shakti. That Maya Shakti will not stop. It wants to express. See? Now, one or two examples about this Maya, I'll tell you. How this Maya becomes a cause of bondage to the ignorant people. One of my friend in Delhi, for his marriage, for his son's marriage, I went, and I never know all these things, but these people do. He had nice dress, all because he was the father of the son, the marrying boy. So he has very nice thing and a golden chain with diamonds, half inside and half outside. So when I saw, I thought, by mistake it must have remained. So I said, hey, wait a minute. I opened these shirt buttons, put the whole chain inside, and now it's okay. His wife, Swamiji, why did you do that? I said, you see, it was halfway, it doesn't look good. You don't understand anything, Swamiji. फिर से निकालो. Why? I have to show it to others. Useless thing, earring, a necklace, we want to show to others. If you have got the siddhis, you touch somebody's back and his back becomes straight, do you think you will remain quiet? You will go in search of the twisted backs. This is how the Maya Shakti ties us down in this world. Therefore, my friends, spiritual life is discarding all specialities. Non-specific existence is God realization. We don't have to become extraordinary. Remain ordinary. We don't have to become extraordinary. When we become extraordinary, we have to tell something to somebody. Like elderly people, they become extraordinary. They have to tell the children. Because they don't know, now I know. Watch from a distance. Unless we are asked, don't get involved. Slowly, slowly, that old habit of ours will cool down. Then nothing in this world will attract our mind. Then our mind will be like a mirror. Reflect everything, reject nothing, at the same time, retain nothing. A mirror does not have past. A mirror does not have a personality. Let our mind be such that we are one with the divine. God has no personality. Donkey he is, horse he is, the horse rider he is. What is he not? See, friends. Therefore, this Maya Shakti is divine potentiality of the Lord, and avidya, anadi avidya. Since how long it is? Since the Lord is there. Anadi avidya, trigunatmika. Avidya means what now? Here another important word which is mistaken. Avidya or ajnan doesn't mean absence of knowledge. Ignorance is, I stands for in ignorance, incompleteness in knowledge. Not absence of knowledge. Knowledge cannot be absent. Because knowledge is Sat, Sat Chit Ananda. They are not separate. And this incomplete knowledge creates the samsara. See how it is. Young, healthy, educated, successful, free, happy boy one day starts thinking, what a life without a wife. A sense of incompleteness. I am body is not a bondage. I am body is not the problem. This body I am, that body I am not, samsara begins. See? incompleteness in knowledge. Is it that my body is made up out of 6, 7 Panchamahabhutas and his body, maybe 2, 2.5? No. We are made up of the same material, the same problems. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. Birth, death, growth. Where is the difference? The difference is on account of the forms. Therefore, our scriptures tell what is samsara, what is the world, name and the form. Discard the forms, we are one. Like in deep sleep, when we are not identified with our body and the children are sleeping, somebody's leg is on your face, you don't care and he also doesn't care. Daytime, you see how it is possible. Therefore, the more you reflect on this, avidya, ignorance is this. Only this is the life. No, we are eternal. Whenever we get identified with the finite, a jiva is born. Now, the best example I have been giving again and again, man is Paramatma, identified with the father, become the son. Son is the jiva. The son suffers, not the man. The husband suffers, not the man. And when the father dies, what happens to son? Nothing happens. Because he was never there. It was only a relational existence. See, friends, then how to live in this world? Everybody cannot become sannyasi. Don't become sannyasi. Don't take my market. Then, Karnataka. Wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. How? Karnataka. Like you are here in satsanga. Now remain only as a satsangi. Don't become husband, wife, brother, grandfather, grandmother, and rubbish. Now here you are only the seeker of truth. Then you will absorb. If you become somebody, suppose you become a grandmother. And what I am talking, Swamiji, what you have to do, we have to take care of our grandchildren. Then you are not following satsanga. See? Therefore, anadi avidya trigunatmika para. Now this avidya has got these 3 gunas. Now here is another important point to know. Nobody has seen these 3 gunas, sattva, rajas, tamas. What is the world? World has got 3 factors. World is the 3 by 3 matrix. Dravya, objects or matter, kriya or activity, jnanam or knowledge. These are the only 3 things of which the world is made. Matter, activity and knowledge. These we can see. Then we are intelligent. Problem is that. Then we want to ask a question. What is the cause of matter? What is the cause of dynamism? What is the cause of knowledge? The scriptures have to help us. They say, yes, you are very intelligent because you are asking question and getting lost. Very good. Now I'll tell you. The cause of the matter is tamoguna. Cause of dynamism is rajoguna. Cause of knowledge is sattva-guna. And then it goes in our head. Sattva-guna is the best one. Rajoguna is okay. Tamoguna is very bad. I don't know if I told in Vrindavan probably. I was in one temple and after darshan, Baki Bihari. I was coming and some lady came and did namaskar, chamatkar. Swami, do you recognize me? I said, I don't recognize, but I remember your face. I have seen you somewhere. You must have come for satsang. Yes, Swamiji, I always come for your satsang. Very good. So it was my mistake. I asked, you came alone here or you came with your wife, husband and son or everything? Swamiji, what to tell you? My mistake I had to suffer. What to tell you? My son is tamasic. Husband is rajasic. This is called as spiritual abuses. Amma, what about you? I am sattvic, therefore I come. See, there is nothing like good and bad. If you cannot invoke tamoguna, you cannot go to sleep. If you cannot invoke rajoguna, you cannot come out of the sleep. If you cannot invoke sattva guna, you cannot understand anything. Everything is necessary, but somehow this thing has gone in our head, is a tamoguni. Spiritual abuse. Therefore, Trigunatmika, these three gunas are nowhere. They are inferred from the effect. Now, one more point I'll tell you. Cause is always established on the basis of the effects. Therefore, effects are the cause of the cause, and cause is the cause of the effects. They are mutually dependent. That which is mutually dependent is supported by some third factor which is independent of both cause and effect. One digital child who was downloaded, his father, he scolded him. I gave you birth and you behave like this thing. The child said, Dad, enough is enough. Who told me you gave me birth? Now the father started, suffering. Don't know what is coming now from this downloaded factor. He said, who called you dad before my birth? After I was born, then you became a dad. Therefore, I am your father. He is not wrong. So because of the son, the father is father. Because of the father, the son is the son. They are mutually dependent. What is the reality? Reality is the man. If the man is not there, neither there can be son nor there can be father. In the same manner, these sattva, rajas, tamas, this maya, avidya, they have a foundation of this absolute reality, like the fire is never burnt by the burning power, like the water is never drowned in the ocean. In the same manner, this maya, we have got these three aspects: dravya, our body; kriya, our activity; and knowledge, our mind. All three are supported by us. That is our essential nature. Therefore, worldly things and possessions and activities in this world or the knowledge about this world cannot touch, influence us. That is what is our essential nature. It is for this purpose Bhagavan Shankaracharya has brought this topic here. Karyanumeya sudhiyaiva maya. So this maya is inferred from the effects. And in Paramatma, there being nothing other than Paramatma, where it will effect is only on the Paramatma. Like the water is influenced by its own potentiality and converted into the ocean, but because it is oceanic, it doesn't get drowned in that. In the same manner, Paramatma is untouched by this Maya. And therefore, my friends, Maya is our experiences functioning through the limitations of the Panchakoshas. When we are no more slaves of our sense organs, when we are no more slave of our organs of action, when we are no more slaves of the worldly things and beings, then we are leading a divine life. You don't have to throw anything and go anywhere. Wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. Somehow this comes in the minds of many people to change the time and place and then walk spiritual path. No. See, there was one man, he phoned me, Swamiji, I want to come to India and go to Himalayas and take a guru and do meditation and realize. You can imagine a person from Canada called me like this thing. I can't even laugh because you can feel only pity on such people. I said, what is wrong in Canada? No, no, I want to get realized. Is it realization limited only in Himalayas? Changing the time, place, and situation is not spiritual practice. Wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be happy. That's all. Karyanumeya, Sudhiya Iva Maya. Sudhiya, the intelligent people, they come to discover, oh, I am getting disturbed because my son did not get married to the girl with whom I wanted him to get married. He got married to someone else. Therefore, I am disturbed. So the intelligent people, they do not come under the influence of the Maya because they have risen above this relative world. Therefore, friend, these two words remember. These are Indian words. Sukha kachra, gila kachra. The dry garbage and the wet garbage. Throw it away. I don't know, in some places, the small vehicles come. They don't have the kachra outside pots. They collect in their own house. And a collecting van comes. Small one, small villages also they have started now in India. It is such a great joy to see. So when that vehicle comes, they are playing some music, atypical music, maybe some bhajan or some song or something or ghanta, they call it ghanta gadi. When it comes in that area, tan, music is going on, full. So all the people come. Sukha kachra, gila kachra, gone. House clean. What a joy it is. Tyagi nahi ke amritatva manashu. Friends, one of my friend, he gave up cigarette smoking and he was very happy and proud of it. When he told me, I said, see, my life is only to learn. I have nothing else in my spiritual life. So I want to learn from you. Ignorant people don't learn from their own experiences. Wise people learn from the experiences of others also. So I want to learn from your experience. You were smoking for last so many years, 40, 60 years. Yes. You had happiness? Yes, you had. Now you have given up smoking. You are happy? Yes. Now compare these two happinesses. Happiness that you had smoking for 60 years and happiness when you have given up smoking, which is the superior quality. Of course, this I have given up smoking is more happy than I was smoking earlier. See, friends, don't we experience this? Suppose you have taken a vow. I give up sweets. First few days it becomes troublesome, and then you give up. Oh, see, no, I don't take. Even if it is there, I don't eat. Why? Because independence is happiness. Dependence is misery. Sarvam paravasham dukkham, sarvam atmavasham sukham. Therefore, karyanumeya sudhiyaiva maya, yaya jagat sarvam idam prasuyate. The whole world is born because we are lost in this relative world. As a man, we are not miserable. As a woman, we are not miserable. We are miserable as somebody, mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, in-laws, outlaws, grandparents, grandchildren, ram, 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 ram. And then our whole life is only around that small, what they call Kupa Mandukuritti. Kupa Mandukuritti means there was a frog in a well, and one fish came from the ocean, and so the frog started. Where from you have come? Because he has not gone out of the same small little thing. Break the barriers of your limited existence. See? Bhagavad Mahapuran Katha, when the stories come, such and such was a king, he ruled for 10,000 years, he left everything, went to the forest. The meaning, the moral of the story is that you can never discover fulfillment in the relative world. You will get relative happiness, not absolute happiness. Relative happiness is bondage. In this manner, this Maya is the one which is creating the whole world. So, what is the Maya? Maya is living in the relative world, mistaking the relativity to be the real. Correct this error. Everything is learned on the spiritual path. But instead of that, we get more and more involved in this relative world and then suffer and nobody can help. Yaya Jagat Sarvam Idam Prasuyate. Because of this, the whole world is created. Now, this Maya is also very funny. I'll read one slok, we'll see it tomorrow. San api asan api ubhayatmikano, bhinna api abhinna api ubhayatmikano, sanga api asanga api ubhayatmikano, Mahadbhutam Anirvachaniya Rupa. Now, what is this Maya? Maya can be transcended only by understanding what is Maya. Neither you can destroy it nor you can create it. It's all a question of error in judgment. Correct the error, things are sorted out. Tomorrow, concluding session, we'll clear the Maya and thereafter you are all realized. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.